Well, hello there, shot colors. Okay, so before we dive in to tonight's Zoom, want to obviously open up with some wins. If anybody would like to shout out guys, and it doesn't have to be business, it can be a personal win, okay? If it's something on your health journey, whatever that you want to share, or if you want to shout out a teammate, but let's do some wins. Who wants to go first?
Me, I'm so excited. I have to share. So, I have been like kind of talking to this girl for a few months. She is at the tippy top of another company. And anyways, let's just say that it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when she'll be signing up with me to get on the shot. She's breastfeeding. So, but she's also going to be working the business alongside her other business. She's with Alavita. So, that is so exciting for me. So I'm really excited about that. And then I want to shout out Brittany and Laura because this week they have absolutely killed it. I mean, Laura has gotten two sales and she's talking to so many different people. She made a post today about the business, and it blew up and I love that. And then Brittany's gotten three sales, so I'm just super proud of them. They're on fire. And yeah, that's all from me.
Amazing, amazing, good stuff. Lucy, you raised your hand.
Yeah, sorry, I look like trash. It's been a long
I
day.
was gonna say your eyebrows
But
look good though. Did you just get them done?
I did them myself, but yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
Thanks.
Uh-huh.
I hit my goal weight this week, so
Let's
super excited for
go.
that. 155 pounds. Um,
Wow.
but now I just don't want to like lower my dose, so I got to figure that out.
What dose are
I
you
still
at?
7.5 milligrams. So I know I need to go down so I don't keep losing weight, but I don't want to yet. So
Yeah, just wean down slowly.
yes.
I've been at the max dose for months now on 15 milligrams, so I don't ever want to stop that either, but I guess eventually. But that's amazing. What did you start at? Sorry, I know you just muted. What was your starting weight for everybody to know? And this was back in June. Did you join July?
July, yeah,
July.
July 1st. Well, I would say I was probably, I mean, honestly, about 218. But I weighed like day one, I was 211. I kind of started trying to do better, like 2 weeks before I started the shot. But day one, July 1st, I was 211 pounds.
That's
So,
wild.
yes, so crazy.
Or
57
How tall are
pounds.
you?
Like 5'8" and a half, five
Okay.
nine. Yeah.
You
what'd you
look
say?
really,
57?
really good.
I love you. Thanks, Destiny. So do you.
Thanks. I'm for real though. That thing you posted today, that side by side. Oh my gosh. I was
Yeah.
like, this girl is tiny.
It's insane, y'all. And I'm going to tell you the last month, I've only probably lost like 8 pounds, but my body composition has changed so much over the last month. I put those jeans on this morning, really was going to wear them today. And I was quite literally pissed that I could not a little bit because they were like my favorite jeans. But I mean, I was happy too, but I'm a little sad that I'm having to get rid of a lot of my favorite clothes, but just means I get to go shopping. So
Well, if you want to put them in a little package
a
with
little baggy.
a pirate ship and send me a package, I will send you some money, honey. Because if them pants you was wearing that I loved, I want them.
Yes. All right. I'll message you, Destiny.
Y'all are funny. Okay, well that's good. I want to give a shout out while it just popped on my head to Marissa and Tana. Okay, they did a peptide party last night, and I don't know. I saw a couple of y'all hop on and check it out. They crushed it. They did amazing. Both are so good at like public speaking. I didn't even realize how good y'all were. I was like, I'm already on this shit, but I'm sold. Like, I want to buy it again. And you both have really, really powerful stories and such incredible results. Tana, 95 pounds down. Marissa, what is your total down?
56 pounds. I was 179 and now I'm 123.
Insane. But the presentation that they did last night was like so good. And we were talking about even maybe having that be like a widespread thing with the organization, and we invite people to that presentation on a weekly, maybe bi-weekly. I think it's a awesome idea. It went really, really well. So shout out to both of you guys for being so innovative and creative and coming up with that. It was on the fly, very last minute too. You could tell you guys put a lot of work into it. So shout out for that. Does anybody else want to? Oh, I also want to give a shout out to Aubrey. Aubrey, if you can hear me. Aubrey has been a day one A1. She's been a ride or die, with me for years now, and she's down 20 pounds with the weight loss shot. So I wanted to give her a shout out for that. And she's in a ton of conversations right now. She's been reaching out, helping her with conversations. So yeah, really good stuff there. But yeah, anybody else have a win they want to share?
Yenese had a birthday on 11/11, so I want to say happy birthday. I didn't message her because she was in like Tahoe or something, but last year in her 30s. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I don't know if she's oh, there she is. I see her.
Happy
Happy birthday.
birthday.
And I don't see Giselle on here, but they share the same birthday, I think.
Yeah, it was a popular birthday. We were at the hibachi restaurant. They did like six freaking birthdays that night. I was like, damn. But yes, happy birthday to you, you gonna say. Okay, anybody else? Jaden, I'll give you a shout out. Your content has been killer lately. Yeah, I know you've just really come out of your shell. You've been posting a lot of great content. You're making it really fun and cute. I saw you on a FaceTime with one of your clients, helping her with her injection, which is so full circle because that's where Jaden and I first connected. I got on a FaceTime with her. She was one of my first clients here, and we FaceTime. She was nervous, and now look how far you've come in just a few months. I mean, your results are incredible. You're out of your comfort zone, and we're really happy to have you on the team. Anybody else? I think I saw Lucinda on here. Lucinda's results. Can we like have a damn like moment for that? Incredible. If you guys didn't catch that in the team chat earlier, she dropped her reel she made. I didn't even realize. I knew you had great results. I didn't realize they were like wow. So that was super impressive. Very proud of you for coming out of your comfort zone. I know sharing that can be very nerve-wracking at times, but yeah, super proud of you. I know Tiffany texted me today. She's got a lot of hot prospects reaching out. So, guys, you'll have these days, right? You might go like a week or 2 weeks where it's like dry as hell, and then all of a sudden, it's like, what is going on? Everybody wants, it's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like a shift in energy, but the floodgates are opening up for her, and yeah, that's exciting stuff. Okay. Anybody else?
I want to just say something that to Jaden, dude, she was not lying. Your reels are getting so cute. I love them. I watch them, and I can totally see your energy and you coming out of your shell, girl. You're killing it. I see you finding your little niche, I like watching your stuff. So I just wanted to tell you that.
Yeah, for sure. And I also want to give a shout out to all of you guys who are just so helpful for people. Like, even if they're not necessarily in your organization, you guys, like, I hear little things. Like, I was talking to a new girl, Ray, the other day, and she was like, oh, yeah, Holly messaged me actually, like, one on one outside of the chat and was like giving me information and helping me with this and like showed me the way. And it's like little things like that, guys. It's so awesome. I know we're very, very helpful, very selfless on this team. Shout out to Laura, went live in our customer page for all of us. She ain't even listening right now, but it's okay. Maybe she'll catch the recording. Probably not. I'm talking to you. um, she's so confused. Anyways, yeah, I just
She
wanted
looks like
to.
she's at a damn hockey game or something. Or
It has a birthday party. She showed up the day before with gifts and everything at a roller rink, and it was the wrong day for the party. So she's there now. No, saying thank you for going live in the customer page. Okay. Anybody else? And we're gonna move on. Going once, going twice. Okay, cool. All right, so I want to make sure everybody has the space to ask questions about the new personalization. that's going on with the full weight loss protocols for semaglutide and tirzepatide. Okay, so I know microdose, everybody was like, oh, I wish it was that. You know what? I think they're just being smart from a business standpoint by isolating one market and group right now, because if there's kinks or issues or anything, we can fix that before we move on and open it up to everybody. But that is coming. So microdose will also be able to be customized. They're also working on having it be part of the reassessment process so that not everybody has to go place a brand new order, that when they fill out the reassessment form, they can also customize from there. Um, I know some people were confused about like why would somebody select B12 if they're getting it for free? Yeah, I agree. Like if it were me during this Black Friday sale, I would definitely pick one of the other options because you're going to get the B12 for free. But also the L, am I saying it right? L-carnitine, okay? That is a really good option. I know Laura can't speak on it right now, but Laura has always shared her love for that whatever the hell you call it. I don't even know if you can call it a peptide, an additive. That's right, an additive. She used to take it before. She's like really excited. She's like, oh, that's awesome that they're gonna have that as an option. That's gonna be great for somebody who's looking for just some extra burnage of fat and metabolism boost. Is it glycine? Okay, guys, I am by no means the science person clearly with this stuff, but I know how to read a damn email and read a website, and that's all you need to do in this company, I'm telling you. So that one is going to be for better sleep and somebody who wants to preserve their muscles. So, if you ever have those people that are like, I just don't want to lose it too fast and, lose muscle mass, have them do that additive. And then a B12, of course, is for energy, but it's also great just for helping with side effects in general. So those are going to that's permanent now. So when somebody goes to order the full weight loss protocol, if you haven't already played with the website, do that. They'll click on the weight loss tab and it'll take them right into the customization form. There's no longer going to be a list of all these products, which I love because people would always get confused by which one was semaglutide, which one's tirzepatide, right? It wasn't very clear. Whereas now it's a very simple, smooth process. They're going to pick their delivery method between injection and oral drops. Guys, always, it does say on their recommended injection, which is great, but always, again, lead people to the injection. I have not had one experience that has gone positive with the drops personally, and I'm just gonna be honest with that. I don't think anybody should do the drops. I think we should have everybody do the injection for sure. So they'll pick that. Then they'll decide between semaglutide and tirzepatide. Again, we like to gear people towards tirzepatide to have the best experience, but our products are now coming with Zofran for free. And that's like a $50 value for free. So, that's something that can also be mentioned when you're having pricing objections. Like there's a lot of extra stuff that they get. These additives, okay, that they get to choose to personalize are free. They're included in the price. It's not an upcharge. It's not extra. I had a couple questions about whether they can add multiple. No, they just pick one. They pick the B12, the L-carnitine, or the glycine. Okay. So they'll select which additive they want, and then they'll move forward into the medical questionnaire, and then they'll complete that and pay for it in the same old way we've done it before. When people are at the 10-week mark, though, right now, guys, have them place it as a brand new order. So they'll just go on the website and follow that exact process. Versus if they fill out the reassessment form, it's not going to give them the option to customize, personalize, or get the free B12 right now. So the free B12, it's a $300 value. Well, $298. I just say $300. $300 value. Like if you look on our website, you'll see we sell B12. So it's medical grade prescription strength B12. 3 month supply is $298. They're getting that for free when they order by the 17th, and it's only for the full weight loss protocol. So if you order like the GHKCU, you're not getting the B12. Okay. Did I miss anything with the customization or anything you guys have questions on? I think I saw something in the chat. Do you know if the free bottle is the same dosage that was in TERS, or is it a higher dose? I would guess that it's a higher dose, but send a support ticket in to confirm that. I know that the B12 amount that's in the actual compound with the tirzepatide is not enough to be considered like a daily dose, like a significant daily dose. It's enough to do something, but it's not like a full dose, which is why, like, I know Marissa has like a heart condition. She was nervous about B12. She does totally fine on her tirzepatide. We've had people that were like kind of worried about B12 that have no issues on our stuff because of that. So I definitely think it's going to be a stronger amount with the B12 by itself. And that's something too to bring up because Aubrey had a girl that wanted to order with us the other day, but she cannot do B12. Her B12 levels are too high. I had somebody yesterday I talked to, same thing. So this is great to circle back with those people and say, hey, you no longer have to do B12. You can choose one of these other two additives. And then just to touch on the NAD, it is not going to be an option for the injection. Few reasons that I'm thinking. I haven't had this confirmed, but I know that NAD is a multiple dose a week. Like I do it 3 times a week. The tirzepatide injection is once a week. So I personally, I was thinking about that and I was like, I wouldn't want to just have the NAD once a week. When I'm 2 days without it, I can tell with my energy and stuff. So I was like, even if they did have that as an option, I'd probably still have the NAD separate to do it more often. Anyways, I think the drops are able to be taken more than once a week when needed, and that's how they're able to do that. Plus, to be honest, NAD is a lot more expensive than like the B12 and the other ones. So they probably would have to upcharge for that. So, yeah. Any questions with the new customization? Is everybody pretty clear on that? We're gonna be updating our how to order graphics and all that stuff. I've got Amanda. Is Amanda on still? Yeah, I think so. I don't know if that's her. She's going to be putting together a resource for us to be able to send out to customers. It's almost like a kind of like a product catalog that also walks them through how to order. If you guys didn't see the business PDF she made, it was absolute fire. Shout out to her for that. It was incredible. She banged that out in like a couple hours, which is just crazy to me. Make sure you're using that, make sure you definitely are using that. I am literally sending that business PDF with the 15-minute video to people who are interested in the business. But she's going to make one that's going to be customer focused. So it'll give us a resource to send them. They can look at all of our products. It's a very simple, process of how to order, what's all included, the whole shablam, and how they get access to our Shop Girls Only group too. Oh, she's already working on it. Wow, that's so hot. We love that. So thank you a million times, Amanda. I know that you are so busy, so the fact that you're taking the time to help everybody is amazing. Okay, so anything else on that before we move on? I want to talk about some recruitment shit.
I have a question. I'm driving, so I'm listening. The Zofran that you mentioned.
Who are you, by the way?
Oh, Megan. Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Hi, Megan.
Hi. The Zofran you mentioned, is that the name brand or is that off brand? Do we know?
I do not know. Has anybody received Zofran?
I have it, but I just put it in my drawer. I could go look real quick.
Okay, I can go look.
Aubrey said it's generic. It's
Oh.
Ondas.
Ondansetron.
Ondansetron.
Yeah, I know that like Lee's really allergic to that, so some people are allergic to anti-nausea medicine.
Yeah. And I believe
Okay.
they get like 10 days of it. Or like a 10 amount of 10. I don't know.
I have a bunch of bottles. I've never opened it.
Yeah, I actually have heard Zofran's amazing. I've never even tried it before because I don't get side effects with it. But for those who do, it's a great tool that we have. I know it helps with nausea like almost instantaneously. So
It dissolves under your tongue and it's like you absorb it pretty quickly.
yeah. Yeah. I have friends who would use it for hangovers and it would work, I guess, amazingly. If you have kids, have Zofran. It's always the best. Okay. Lucy said it's the best for the stomach bug. Okay, awesome. Oh, I saw Jen popped on. I wanted to shout Jen. I was talking to Alex earlier. We were like, she is one of the most, first off, very helpful in the chat, Jen. You're always helping, always sharing resources and answering questions. But also, I've just seen your content elevate so much lately. And like Alex did that training on Canva, and like the day before that, you were asking how to do it. And then before you know it, you're posting all these Canva graphics and you're making all these cool CapCut videos. And now you're doing the AI stuff. So just want to give you a shout out if you can hear me. But there you go.
Yeah, girl. Thank you.
Yes, yes. Okay, so let's talk about recruiting and team building. And I'm gonna kind of just go off the fly with this. It's something that has always been my favorite part of the business. I want to know, guys, drop in the chat if you are starting to build a team or have any desire to build a team, because I think it's important to note that you don't have to build a team here. That's something that's very attractive to a lot of people because if you've ever had a network marketing MLM PTSD, people don't want to have to manage others. They don't want to have to be responsible for teaching others. And the beautiful thing about our compensation plan and how we have it structured here is you can just completely be an affiliate. That's why a lot of influencers work with us. There's no restrictions on brand partnerships. You can, oh my gosh, like represent whatever the hell you want. And you guys know me, like I don't care. Go make your money. Do whatever you got to do. But as far as if you want to build a team, okay, this compensation plan, I didn't even realize how lucrative it really was until probably about a month ago. I saw some parts of my paycheck really jump on that end. And then this last check, okay, I shared with you guys in the chat. Amanda and I were like dissecting the numbers because that's just what we always love to do. And we were looking at parts of the payout, and it was like actually crazy how much money you can make here by building a team, especially compared to places that we were before, just other comp plans. And that's no shade to them. You know, other places we've been at had great bonus structures, but I would prefer something more consistent like this that is residual, organic, and not going to just expire and go away. So building a team here, there's a great video inside of the team shot caller boards under the compensation plan folder that if somebody wants to drop it actually in the team chat while we're talking, somebody that has our team boards, it's the one Gary did. Gary is a top leader in the company. He's like this cool black dude that's like funny and has really good energy, and he presented the entire comp plan, and he has a slide deck that actually shows like the generational pay and how it works. I sent it to Rachel yesterday, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, we should get this guy on a team call. Like this was really good and helpful." So if you haven't watched that comp plan video, I would watch that if you're interested in team building. Okay, so I didn't see the chat yet. Did anybody say they're interested in team building? Building. Absolutely. Yes. Yes. Okay. Yeah, okay. So, Marissa, I'm glad you commented because I want to use Marissa as an example. So, Marissa, most people are going to be stronger with customers first. That's usually, I would say, people are more comfortable talking about the products than pitching the business opportunity. Marissa, though, is one of the few rare people that it's actually flipped for her. And she was like, "Is something wrong with me? Because I'm getting so many business partners and I only have a couple customers right now." And I was like, "No, girl, nothing's wrong with you. That's actually, I'd say a lot of us would dream to have that problem, right? Like if you've ever been in the industry, I know it's a common thing we hear. It's like, I have a hard time recruiting, but I can sign all these customers. Well, she's done an amazing job at getting business partners, and I know she's seeing that pay off well on her checks and stuff. And I just told her, I'm like, no, 10x, whatever you're doing, just double down there, 10x. Like that's where you really start making money in your sleep, guys. I shared my income the other day in the chat, just over 17,000 from the monthly check, and I would say I gotta look to be certain, but based on the trends up until this last check, I would say like 65% of that is team versus the rest of that would be my own personal customer sales on the two accounts. So just goes to show you you can make so much damn money. And I will say we've got a great team. It's growing fast, but this is by no means the largest organization I've ever had, but this is the most money I'm seeing come in from an organization. And I think that that speaks a lot of volumes on the comp plan. Now, for those who want to tap into that side, you can really run it up here with just one solid business partner. Your PV counts as a leg, as a partner. Like, look at your PV, okay, as a business partner. That's how they allow you to count it here when you're going for ranks, when you're trying to lock in bonuses. They allow you to use your PV, even though we're paid already on it separately through the compensation plan, through the affiliate side. They also allow you to tap into it on the team building side, which is great. So, to hit all the ranks up until the rank of director, which is 12,000, okay, you literally only need one business
Penny,
partner.
you need to fucking cut it out. She's serious. Like, I'm
Amanda,
literally,
tell Penny to.
I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna fucking lose it. All right, I didn't even mean to hit out. Sorry. Like, Jesus Christ.
I need a minute. Somebody else take over. Okay.
I will share this because I was telling Delaney this. When Kelly came, I know that I'm trying not to laugh too though. It's the funniest thing I think ever. That was like, okay. So Kelly came to Charleston not that long ago, which is, Delaney's upline, Kelly Hoover. And I just want to say this, and it was something that she touched on, and I really want all of us to think about this. So the company you hear a lot of us talk about that we were in was Thrive. Okay. So Delaney, you gotta quit making the faces. I can't. The company we were in was Thrive. And with that, I will just say that that company really exploded around year 3. Okay. So just to kind of put that into perspective for you, Ellie is not even a year. And let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Oh, it is. My husband just keeps texting me. Okay. Ellie is not even a year and a half old. And Thrive, like that, it is so saturated now. There's so many people that are thrivers, that became promoters with it. With Ellie, it's only a year and a half old. We have not even hit like the big boom. Okay. So I will just say that if you are really interested in making residual income and making money while you sleep, then team building is where you're going to find that. Because that's how Kelly had a check of $92,000 this month. Okay. It's from team building. She did not do all that by herself. And really, that's what's exciting about team building is when you do start building a team, it's not just you that's working for these numbers. Your entire team is helping you get there. And with there only being 10,000 brand partners out of the whole United States and it being only a year and a half old, there is so much potential. Ellie has not even hit their like wave yet. Like the wave has not even came yet to where there's going to be so many people. So many people don't know about Ellie. So here's the thing is if you're not talking about the business, you need to be, because if not, they're going to hear about it from somewhere else. And that's where they'll end up going because they don't know about it. So be loud and proud about this business. Reach out to people. If you were in a previous company, if you've ever been in this world before, reach out to people who were in that company if they're still there and you know them, because I promise you their paychecks are not reflecting the work that they're putting in. I swear to you. And they're waiting. They want to know more. They just haven't found the end to find out more. And I promise you, you can definitely be that. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say.
Can I ask a quick question? So I've never been in another program like this, so I don't have connections of people that are exactly minded for this, just from the off the cuff. And then, I'm connecting with people that I just off the top of my head think is, might be interested. But I would really, not that you guys have to answer this now or anything, but like I super want to build a team. And so if there's any ideas for just like unique guerrilla marketing outreach, like kind of things, like I wouldn't even have thought to like just reach out to influencers that sell things and just be like, hey, here's an opportunity. But like, would super love to have like people on the Rolodex who are already acclimated to a job like this. But I don't have that, but I have all the fire. So any ideas for things?
So
Yeah.
what you just said, I mean, so things that you can do is you can look for people in other companies. I mean, you can do it through hashtags, you can do it through different things. Try to like go on your socials and look at people that are in other companies, especially if it allows them to do more than one thing. Like Olavita, Monet, I mean, all these things, they let them do different stuff as to where, like with Thrive, it was one or the other. So you might have a better chance with people that can do both because, hey, it's two streams of income. And then even people in Thrive, I mean, like, the money is not what it used to be. I mean, and times are hard. Times are really hard right now, and people really do want to make extra money, like Thrive was my first company. And for me, with that business, I was like, okay, who are people? I was a single mom when I started doing it. And I was like, who are people that are hustlers? Who are people that got the gift of gab? Even if they're on, maybe they don't know they would be good at this, but maybe it's somebody that like they just when they do something, when they post something, there's reaction. People know them, they're well known, they have influence over their community of friends, whatever. So I always thought about people like that as well. But also another thing you can do is, and I've had a lot of people say this. I heard somebody say something about getting into doing like Pinterest, and I've heard of this before too. I don't really know how to do that, but there is a way with like trying to market your stuff on Pinterest. I don't know. You can maybe ask like ChatGPT or Google it. I honestly have never done any info or digging on that. But then also groups. Like I am a part of a few groups. I personally don't take the time to do this. I know people that do, but you can make posts in these groups. It's like, mompreneurs or nurses who work from home, whatever, like all these little Facebook groups or entrepreneur, whatever. And a lot of these places now, you have to think that they're very saturated with hundreds of thousands of people in them. So you can make a post and then there's 10 posts right behind it, all in a span of 60 seconds. But sometimes, though, you get lucky. Like I was scrolling through one day and I saw a girl, she's not on our team, but I know she's with Ellie, and she wrote something up, and she had like 20 people commenting on it info, and it was like in a work from home, how to make money type group. And I also see a lot, and I don't have the upper leg with this, but like Laura, she's a nurse practitioner. People, like, if you can find people in the medical field too, or even signing, if you have friends that are in the medical profession, talk to them. Because if you get a nurse, if you get a nurse practitioner, if you get a doctor, that can be amazing things for your business, because normally they're going to bring in more medical professionals, and medical professionals already have a level of trust for their audience. They trust them, in a way that somebody's not just going to trust me saying, hey, this is going to do this and that. They just have a level of trust that is already established. So definitely think about people in the medical field. Reach out to them, because, this is another stream of revenue. And keep in mind too that over 50% of Ellie is consist of people in the medical field, and they do a Zoom specifically for the opportunity. The company does for people in the medical profession who want to partner with Ellie, and it's just for people in the medical field, and that's like once a month they do. I just saw Kelly pops on, but she knows more about that. But those are just my little go-tos and tips. You know what I mean? I'm right there with you. I'm trying to figure it out too, because I know team building is such a big thing. And another thing I'm personally going to start doing is I am going to start going door to door. I feel like when I put myself out there and get that energy, like it's easy to sit at home and be on my damn phone and message people. But like really having to get out of your skin and go get ready and go door to door, it takes balls, it takes courage. And, I feel like when you put that out there, that it's going to come back to you. I don't know. I might go to 20 different places and only sign one, but it's just putting it out there in the universe. So I'm definitely going to start literally going to gyms, chiropractic offices, med spas, and those are slower start, they're not, it's like you're going to sign them and you're going to be banging up the next week. But like, regardless, if you can start getting those kind of things under your belt too. So yeah, that's just my little tips and tricks.
You also just gave me an idea. Like four of my partners, three that I have and one that's coming on in a couple of days, they're all like burnt out psychics. So like I don't know a lot of people in the medical profession, but I know a lot of burnt out psychics. So that kind of like maybe people who are done with whatever version of them they've been doing for the past 5 or 10 years. It's not working anymore. It's like new. Yeah, okay. This is great stuff. I love all of that. Thank you.
Literally,
This is Laura.
huh?
Sorry. I was going to say this is Laura, even though I have Ellie still on my name tag. I don't know how, but sorry. Most of the people who have reached out and bought from me are nurses, just, nurses or practitioners. And then the people who have reached out about selling this so far to me are in the business too. One's a practitioner, like you were talking about the burnout. One's a practitioner that's just, she's like, oh my God, I just need to do something else. So definitely, if you can reach out to medical people that you know too, that aren't already in the know of this.
Yeah, you guys, everything Destiny said, I absolutely agree with. And I was gonna say, Alex, last night, somebody engaged with his stuff and he was looking at their profile and it said like psychic something in their thing in her bio, and he was like, "Oh, Marissa and Tana, this would be a good girl for them," or something like that. And that's exactly what you want to do, is you want to find your people that would be aligned with you. Like I personally, if I have a conversation with a nurse, I get a little nervous because I am not a science, like I am more of the like blue, this shit works. Trust me, just take it. But like whatever you're most aligned with, like you're going to attract people like you. So go find people that are, like psychics or into the energy and all that stuff. Like you should go through hashtags, look up other profiles, and when you find a page, like if I was sober, like Tana, you're sober. If I was on a person's page and their whole page was about sobriety and they had a big following, the people liking their posts and commenting and engaging on their posts are probably more than likely also sober, right? Somebody who's a freaking raging alcoholic's not hanging out on a sober person's page, and it's just a completely, just like I'm not on new mom pages. I'm not a mom of a toddler or a mom. So like you want to find where your people are hanging out and they're going to be aligned with like stuff that's like you. So go find them. I want to show you guys this. So Kelsey, I don't know if she's on. Also, Kelly, hello. Welcome. Destiny was talking about your paycheck earlier. Because you said that we could share. I know, because I know you are very humble with it, but our team gets very motivated by the fact that, you just brought in 92,000. That doesn't even include the weekly. Kelly, how much of that? So the point of this Zoom, we're going over, this is all people that want to team build and recruit.
Yeah.
So I wanted to kind of show them, I don't know if you know your breakdown really, but of your pay, how much of that is team versus from customer sales?
Yeah, I do know. So that is on my account and my husband's account, and it was I had around 18,000 personal volume. So what is that? If I take 40, so that's 40%. So 18,000 times 40, so that's 7,200 of that is personal
But
sales.
half of that is paid out weekly. So that's not half
That
of
is true. That is true. That is true. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. So it's like about 88,000 in team sales, team volume. So here's the cool thing though, and sorry I'm late, but thank you for having me. I always love coming to y'all. I was like, oh, I'm here tonight. I'm gonna come. One of the coolest things I think is that it's just an increase, right? And I know I think it's one of these things that if you slowly, like you're increasing, and every single month that I have been here, it has increased somewhere between $5,000 and $10,000. And I have been very focused on the recruitment aspect. And I can give you like even breakdowns of how many people I've sponsored, how many people do zero volume, and how many people do volume, because I do think you can take those type of statistics and apply them to any type of team. And it's about the same with everyone, honestly. So, so I can share any of that if you want me to.
Kelly, there's one thing that I want you to share if you don't mind. It was something that you said when you were here in Charleston when we were at the beach house, and you were talking about and I loved it, and I wish I could remember. I had you repeat it then. But you were talking about just like the wave of Ellie, thrive at 3 years. Wait, Ellie's only a year and a half old. But then you went into like what you say to people, and I loved it. You were like an educator. I'm helping launch. I can't remember the verbiage, but again,
Yeah.
I like it because it fits different people's personalities. Like some people might have better luck like saying that than like, girl, you should come sell the shot with me. You know what I mean? That
Yeah.
doesn't fit everybody's personality. So I would love it if you would share that.
Yeah, absolutely. So I have kind of used this as a like recruiting kind of technique really from the beginning, honestly. And so I'll give you a few ideas of the verbiage. So one of the things that a lot of people don't talk about, and this is not the strategy for everyone, this was a good strategy for me, but honestly, our states, I mean, California, those of you in California, I saw you at that number one spot. Okay. But South Carolina is right behind you. So, and we take it very competitive, don't we, Destiny? I mean, and we're a little bitty. I just want to say, like per capita, we're crushing it here, but not that I'm competitive, but one of the things that I will say when I am reaching out to people is and most of these people, like, I'm not, they're not, we're in a warm market, like we're connected on social media, but we necessarily haven't ever done business together, or we don't have like a relationship already established. But I will reach out to them and just say, like, hey, I am helping launch a brand new telehealth concierge platform. And I'm helping, recruit educators. I'm helping launch into this area. Like when I first started, I really wanted to build South Carolina. And so I said, I'm helping, bring this brand to the state of South Carolina, and you live in this specific area, and there is no one there. Like I love, I reached out to you because, and I tell them, like, because you're a nurse, because you're in the medical field, because you're in the fitness industry, because I see you take care of yourself, because, whatever reason why I did, and just ask them to have a conversation. But I did use very specific things like I'm helping launch this company because that's what you're doing. You guys, we're 17 months old. I mean, we haven't even really entered the space of brand awareness yet. I think this next 6 months we'll be getting into brand awareness, but we don't have that yet, even in the states that have the higher volume, like California. And I mean, Destiny, no one in South Carolina knows about us, really. They don't. And so you think about that and you can target that specific like geographic area. You can target like specific, markets with people. And then just saying like, hey, I'm helping educate. I'm helping, bring on educators with the company. And so I really like that terminology because to me, this is a more professional space, right? We're connecting people to a doctor network. We are working with professionals. It feels different than, where I was before, right? I know some of you guys were there too. So it just feels different. We've all been part of different businesses, but this feels different. So I always think like bring in a different level of energy to the people that it fits, right? So Destiny, was there anything else that I may have said?
No, I think that you literally said exactly the words I was looking for. I mean, bringing brand, whatever you said. I'm helping launch this telemedicine concierge business in South Carolina, and the area you're in is untouched, and I want you because I like how you said that, and then you give them the reasons as to why.
Yeah,
I like that. I think it's
yeah.
good.
Yeah, and I think it's just for me, my approach has always been like just a talk. Like when Dell and I were messaging, I was like, let's talk because you guys, I will tell you, even if you have been here, I mean, everyone here that has been here for a little while is crushing it, right? So if you just joined or this is your first month, like please take all the hype and take all of theirs until you create your own. And that's exactly like what happened. Like I knew that if I could talk to Dell, like she could hear what was happening here. And talking to Amanda and talking to Rochelle, and like I know that, and you should have that confidence in yourself too. Like get people on a conversation if you can, even if it's like it's never like I never will hard close people, but I will say like you should absolutely do this, and here's why this team is the best. And you guys are amazing and should absolutely be saying those things. But I will never say like I never will have a vibe like I need anyone to do anything for me. Like I don't need anybody to join my team. I don't need anybody to order any products. Like I feel like people are we are privileged and lucky to be able to serve the people that we do, and they're lucky to be a part of it, right? Like it's a mutual respect. And so there is that like desperado feeling sometimes in this industry, and it's not here at Ellie. It's not, and it's not any type of image we ever want to create. So I think when you're in that recruiting, like have that little chip on your shoulder, have that like we're badasses and we know it and we know what we have and we see that momentum continuing to grow. It doesn't matter if you start off with a $500 paycheck, I guarantee you your paycheck will be double, triple, or quadruple the next month. That's how it's the compound effect. Trust me, I didn't start off making my first paycheck was like $2,500, like I didn't start off making that amount of money. It's just the compound. It's the same thing. It's the consistency. It's the consistency having those recruiting. And it's constantly, you guys, I have brought on 82 personal people into this business. Okay. I have at least, I don't know the exact number last month, but at least 40 of them had zero PV at the end of October. All right. There is not a thing special that anyone else is doing. It's like you introducing people. It's 50% of the people won't do something, right? So it's just talking, it's just bringing on people. It doesn't mean they won't do anything forever. I am excited too about what the company is doing for us, for those people that finish at zero PV every month. I don't know if you guys have talked about that, but that is a really good thing. And that came from conversations from the company listening to us. So,
Yeah, we didn't talk about that, but basically they're just making a reigniting campaign to get them back in. And because we have like Jill in corporate, guys, she like gets on calls to onboard our people too, which I think is great. I've never had that at a company where they're like reaching out. I'll have Jill will message me and be like, "Oh my gosh, I met Amanda today. She's amazing." I'm like, "Wait, what? How did y'all meet?" And like they had a 30-minute Zoom. So yeah, I think it's great what we have going on here. And I will tell you this, okay, I am not one. Okay, it depends on where you're at in your business. I am not one to say I'm against cold messaging. I'm not. I think there's a way to do it, okay, where it doesn't come off like icky and like dumb, like you didn't even take time to even connect or know who the person, like who you're talking to is, right? I am not right now. I have really mastered attraction marketing, right? And I think that that's ideal where, you get people knocking on your door asking you like, "What do you got? Tell me all about it." But if you're not experiencing that, and you're able to push yourself to the cold messaging route, that is a strategy. Okay. I know it's not for everybody, but if you do it in a way, and I'm going to show you this. So I don't even know who this girl really is. She sent Kelsey on our team this message, and Kelly might know who she is, and Kelly might be like, "I wouldn't follow what this girl is doing," but I'm going to tell you, she enrolled 23 business partners last month. She does have a very large following. Let me share my screen. She sent Kelsey this message, and I actually don't hate it. Can everybody see this message, the text? Okay. So yeah, she enrolled 23 people last month, and this is the message that she's been sending out. Now, she didn't take the time to look and see that Kelsey's already with Ellie. So Kelsey kind of was like, "Bro, what do you mean you've been following my journey? If you followed my journey, you'd know I'm not with Ellie." So that's an example of, taking the time to really look before you just send this out. So I'm not saying to just copy paste mass message, but if there's somebody you want to work with, somebody that's been watching your stuff, and you want to break the ice, sending a message like this, okay? I don't think it's terrible. I can tell she ChatGPT'd it a little bit, so maybe make it a little bit more customized and sound like you, right? Like I would always pull something personal from the person's page because I'll tell you, I've done cold messaging. I'm not at a place where I have to do it right now, but I was at a place where that was how I built, was reaching out and just popping the question like, "Hey, you're somebody I've admired for a long time. I love your content. I love the way you show up. You're such a bold person in this space, and you're honestly the caliber of person I'd love to work with. I'm trying to expand my team, or like Kelly said, I'm trying to expand into this area. I know you live there. Would love to have a conversation with you and just see if you're open to checking out this opportunity. If not, no worries, right? Like that's if I were to do it, I would be very conversational like that. I would also probably voice clip. I know I say that all the time, but I would send a voice clip. When I was at another company, they had us all sending the same damn voice clip. It was very effective, but then after a while, everybody started getting the same voice clip, and so they caught on to it. But we're not there. Like you can absolutely there's so much untapped market out there for us. Nobody's really heard of Ellie yet, so go. I know what Tana said, guerrilla marketing or guerrilla warfare. If you want to be aggressive, guys, send messages like this out. Just pop the question, who is open? We're exposing people to this. Just ask. There's nothing weird. I was a recruiter in the corporate world. That was my job all day long. Okay. Like I would work for Pepsi and Pepsi would say, hey, we need a new accounting manager. Can you go find us an accounting manager? I would go to all the other, like I'd go to Coke, I'd go to all the other places on LinkedIn and I'd find who their accounting manager was. And then I'd send them a message and say, hey, are you loving where you're at? Or are you open to taking a look at a new position with another company? And I'd highlight a few benefits about the company and I'd ask them if they're open. And they'd say yes or no. And most people at least were open. And I'd always say, listen, curiosity is not commitment. Okay. There's nothing wrong with taking a look and just being open.
Babe, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
How do you feel that would compare, just sending like a cold message like that versus maybe like following them, just liking some of their posts here and there, getting to know them a little bit, and then sending a more kind of, I guess, focused kind of message or direct message, kind of knowing them a little bit? Do you think
Yeah.
that's a
I think that that's a good strategy too. It's playing the long game. I think you should do both. I think you have to be building relationships, right? Like engage with people's stuff. I connected with Kelly because I saw her hearting all my stories and stuff and replying to my stories and saying stuff like little things like that. People pay attention. It pops out. They notice that in their notifications. So absolutely build relationships, but I also am not one to I think I don't like when somebody is building a relationship and I can tell they're just doing it because they're gonna they're gonna ask me, about business. I'd rather just be a straight shooter from the beginning. Like listen, you're crushing it. You look amazing. Okay. I love your vibe. You're funny as hell. Like, is Rochelle on here? Rochelle,
Yes, I just have to say that.
yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, like, I was straight shooter with a couple of the girls that we signed, and it's just it doesn't hurt to just be honest. Like, I seen them sharing about GLP-1.
Come here.
I went straight into the DM. I said, hey, I love your story, like what you're sharing, your content. Do you have an affiliate with GLP-1, or like, do you have a link that people can get GLP-1 from? And then Jessie, one of our girls that signed a few months ago, she was like, no, I'm looking for a telehealth space. Like, do you know of any? And that's how she joined. So I just don't think, yes, you can do it the wrong way, but I feel like being straight shot, it's like people respect that more than just be like, hey girl, like I love your pajama pants and like your dog is so cute. No, we're not doing that. Like I sent so many messages today, just straight shooters, just to other influencers because I'm like, why are you not doing this with me? Is essentially what I told them. So
Yeah,
I
and
think
go ahead.
mhm.
I was gonna say check people, especially influencers. They like to have link trees or LTKs or whatnot.
Yeah.
If you go on their link tree and they have 5, 6, 7 different products that they're selling, it's probably safe to say that they're kind of income focused, and you can probably shoot that more direct message at them, and they'll probably respect it. Whereas if somebody either doesn't have a link tree or you can tell that they're just like one product focused or one company focused, I think that type of person might be safer to kind of follow for a little bit, kind of, just start liking some of their posts, maybe comment here and there, whatnot. But then, yeah, if somebody has a link tree with like 5 and they're just selling, Amazon storefront, and then they're selling this product, and then they're selling some wacko beef sticks with cleaning products and shit, then you can probably approach them a little more safely.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. And like Rochelle recruited this influencer named Gabby, and literally Rochelle was like, I'm gonna put you in a chat. This is before she signed. She said, I'm gonna put you in a chat with her. I need you to send her some message and get her on a damn call with us. Like because she was being a little unresponsive. Rochelle put me in a chat, and I've actually always enjoyed this girl's content. Like, she's funny as hell. She puts very inappropriate stuff out there, but she's a vibe. Like, she would definitely be aligned with us. So I literally voice clipped her like a minute and a half, and I was like, "Bitch!" Like, I match who I'm talking to. I wouldn't just say that to anybody, but hi. I was like, "Bitch, you have to come, work with us. Like, I have been a fan of yours for a long time in the space. I love how authentic you are. You just say whatever you want. Like, you would fit in so good with our team, and with your influence, you would make so much damn money here. Like, you would crush it." I was like, "Can we just get on a 15-minute call? Like, I need you to just hear me out here." And she did. And we got on call and we signed her. Okay. And I'm going to tell you, last night, my edible had kicked in, so I got a little creative. And I was like, the guy that everybody's been sharing about the GHKCU video, he talks a lot about peptides. His name's AC, AU Base. No clue. I wasn't even following him, but I sent him this last night. I said, "Been loving all your content around the GHKCU. I've been on it for 2 months. It's completely transformed my skin, especially after losing 95 pounds with TERS. It's helping a ton with the loose skin. How are you not affiliated with a telemedicine company to offer your network the peptides yet?" Exclamation point, question mark. "Just creeped your bio link and thought for sure you were already partnered with my company, LOL." Like, that's what I sent him. Did he reply yet? No. But that, like, to me, I always kind of play dumb with people too. Like, Alex can tell you, like, somebody replies to my story, like, "Oh my God, you look amazing." I'm like, "Oh, thanks, girl. Are you with Ellie too?" Or, "Oh, thanks, girl. You're on the shot too." Like, and it just sparks a conversation. And they're like, "Oh no, but what's Ellie?" Or, "Oh no, I thought about getting on the shot." I'm like, "Oh, you got to do it." That's kind of my style. Very laid back, chill, conversational. Not gonna like send a ton of like facts about the company and the CEO. I'm just like, "Yo, come do this. Why aren't you doing this yet?" Like, you would crush this. So yeah, so I guess I lied earlier when I said about I'm not cold messaging right now. I'm definitely doing it when it seems appropriate. When I come across somebody who I want to work with, I'm like, I'm gonna let them know. And I think there's nothing wrong with taking the approach of like, "Hey, listen, I don't typically do this, but you're somebody I really want to work with. I'm just gonna put it out there." And I'm sure you get messages like this all the time, and you can go tell me to fuck off. That's fine. You won't hurt my feelings. But I would love to see if you're open to hearing me out on this opportunity. Okay. And I would explain, personally, I would say, I've been here 4 months. I just cleared 20 grand. With somebody of your size influence, you would absolutely be making numbers like this very fast. Like, I would maybe pitch a little bit more about the numbers and money, personally, but that also is just kind of without knowing what they're interested in. But again, it's just putting it out there. Just ask the question if they're open. You're not saying, "Will you come partner with me?" You're just saying, "Are you open to a conversation?" Any questions on that?
No, Adele, but I wanted to add that the way I found Gabby was she came up on my For You page, and I, was watching one of her funny videos, and she talked about how she uses NAD, but she gets it from Mexico. And then in her video, she was like, "No, bitches, like I can't get this for you," or whatever. And so it made me automatically think like how many people are messaging her for NAD. And so because she's lost weight, but she's never been on a GLP-1. So this wasn't even GLP focused that we snagged her. It was more so like, "Hey, we have a platform for you to offer this to your community in a safe way for you to just literally click and make commissions, and you don't have to do anything else." So it was a simple conversation, but it worked really well. So I just encourage you guys, like, don't hesitate. If you see someone on Reel, do your research, like Alex said, like go to their link, make sure they're not with another company because you don't want to do that. And don't be don't be scared to message them because you never know. They could be looking exactly what we have. And that's exactly the way I think when I message them. I already have what they need. So they're going to want to jump on it and join us.
Yeah, it's that confidence. And I have the mentality, like, kind of like Kelly said, like, and it's similar to dating. I've told you guys this, like, have that detached energy. Like, "Oh, you don't want this? You're lost, loser." Like, that's kind of like my mindset when I'm talking to people. If they don't jump on this, I'm like, "Okay, big mistake, goodbye." Like, that's literally my mindset. I am not like, "Oh man, like, oh, I want them so bad." Like, you gotta just move on. There's so many people that are open to this. Your job is to like pick through and find them. Like, turn over the cups and find the little marble underneath it, okay? Like okay, anybody else have anything they want to add or questions? Questions for
Are you gonna go over that
Caroline?
little board behind your back?
What? Oh, we're kind of out of time. I'm gonna
That's
make a
fine. I was just asking.
No, this was when I was like, what the hell am I going to talk about? Because Amanda made me laugh so much that I got off topic.
I know so many people have been asking about like downline volume or whatever, the bonuses. So
I don't know if I want you guys to see the room unmade like this, but I guess I can't show it well. If you got to go, you can jump off. I'm just going to go through this a little bit. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, can everybody see this? Is it right direction for you guys or backwards?
it's right.
That's good.
Okay. This is all in our compensation plan, by the way, PDF. Okay, you can access this. I'm gonna make a little video. You know how I made that 15-minute one on the comp plan, the affiliate side. I'm gonna make another one that has to do with this. This is like your first goals, like where you should be focused if you want the one-time bonuses. Now, again, if you're just trying to be an affiliate, you don't have to enroll anybody. You can just sell and make money immediately. But there are bonuses that are timed that are on the table. Okay, so you can see I put under the time category. Okay, these are based on full months. So, like for example, if somebody signs up right now, this is not their first month. Okay, so they have 2 more months. They have all of December and all of January to earn this first one. Same thing goes 3 full months, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I wanted to make sure you guys are aware because a lot of you are new. You just came in, so you've got time to hit these. You are going to need at least one business partner to lock these in. Okay, because remember, your PV counts as a business partner. That's how I like to look at it. That's a leg. Okay, that's a business partner. When you're going for a rank, okay, and here's all the ranks. Where you see PV, that's your personal volume. That's your personal orders and your personal customers. That's the number required, okay, to hit those. So, at the most three customers or your personal order and 2 customers to get literally to max out on the PV you need for these ranks. Easy peasy there. Now, DV is what occurs underneath you, and your PV does count towards half of that amount that you need. Okay, so when you're going for a rank, and this is the volume needed for the rank is under the DV category, okay? So let's look at this one, 2,000, right? You need 2,000 total. Half of that can come from your PV. So if your PV is 1,000 or greater, okay, let's say you're at 1,500 PV, they'll let you count 1,000 of it towards this rank of senior brand partner, okay? But that other 1,000 has to come from a downline team member. That's what I'm saying. You have to at least recruit one person into your organization. Whatever they purchase, whatever they sell, if they sign on a brand partner and that person purchases and sells, all counts. So anything underneath you volume wise counts towards this DV. There's a great tracker in your back office that shows you the next rank you're going for and how far off you are and what you need for that. So again, half of the amount that you see here can come from PV. Doesn't have to. Like Marissa, I always, I again use her as an example. She's extremely strong and heavy on the business building side. So she's going to have no problem hitting these DV numbers. And honestly, the PV's pretty low that you need for this. So she's going to lock this in very easily, right? And she already has. But if you're somebody who doesn't have a lot of PV and your PV is not going to make up half of this number right here, another business partner will. Okay. So, you get 2 people under you and they start taking off and you're helping mentor them and they're enrolling people and building or just getting a lot of customers, you're going to see these numbers add up very, very fast. So, any question on these bonuses? It totals up, they stack. Okay. So, first one is 100, then 200, 300, all the way up, and then to 500, and then they stack. So it comes out to $1,500 in cash. But again, you do have to enroll at least one business partner to hit this. So, yeah, is that pretty clear?
Yeah, and I just want to touch on one more thing. Sorry to interject. It's related to this, but not related to this. She made a video on stuff like this, and if you really want to like build a team, like your team, you want to build people and have people trust you that you're the subject matter expert. I it's kind of hard to say because I would recommend making a video. However, you have to bring the energy in the video. Like you can't be stuttering, you can't be saying like, you can't be going like you have to get your shit right. You have to know what you're talking about. And her and I kind of go back and forth with this because she's like she says the same thing. She's like, you know, if you make a video, you got to bring the energy. You can't sound dull. You have to be excited about what you're talking about. And it helps in the aspect because she doesn't have to talk about it with somebody when they're interested in the business side. She's just like, watch this video and tell me what you think. And if it goes unread, if they leave her unread and they don't read it, then they're not that interested to begin with, and that's not who we want to work with. And then if they do read it or watch it and listen to it and they come back with more questions, then that's a good thing because the conversation has started. But it keeps her from having to sit there and engage in a conversation with one person and sit there and talk for how long when she's got 20 other conversations to have. It's just watch the video and let me know what you think. And then in terms of building a team, it makes it really easy to go from person to person. So I do suggest like playing with it a little bit, but you got to know what you're talking about first. If you're going to make a video about how you make money here, you better like not be stuttering like I am saying like left and right. So I recommend, you know, when she was talking about building teams, that's the type of shit that really makes people trust that you know what you're talking about. Because you got to be the person that they're gonna, you know, sign with or trust. If you send, it's cool to send her video like we're doing right now because she's the only one that has it. So sending her video is a good thing when you don't have anything. But if you do have one and it's shit, then you still might want to send hers. So just practice saying it time and time again, how you make money, the business opportunity, and then make your own so you don't have to keep having the conversation. So you can send your own video to your prospects and whatnot. That's my little 2 cents there.
Yeah, I think so. Definitely some people are at that point where they absolutely could make their own stuff and send it, and it just comes off like, again, like you're that subject matter expert. But if your energy sucks, okay, or you just don't have a good personality, you got to send mine. That's fine too.
Find it, get it.
You gotta say everything's in boards for the love of God. You promised me you were getting boards set up yesterday. I don't know how. Okay, we'll work on it. I'll see you tomorrow, so we'll get it figured out. Okay. By the way, speaking of resources, I have a onboarding website being created for us and a guide that goes along with it. So yes, boards will always be a great tool. I suggest everybody uses it. But for those who just can't seem to go into it or whatnot, or it's not user friendly for them, it's going to be all laid out in like a PDF form of like a table of contents, like, oh, scripts for reaching out about the business, this page, you know, product information, this page, what to say with rebuttals or price objections, this page, you know. So that's all coming. It's going to take a little bit of time. Probably have it by the end of the month. But yeah, got some good stuff. We're really trying to elevate things, guys. If you've noticed with the resources, the Canvas, everything, like that's going to really take us to the next level. And I have no problem investing in helping all of us grow, you know, at all. And I think use the tools and resources, like use them. If you haven't posted the Canvas stuff yet, I don't know what the hell you're doing. But get those out on your stories. Get them. They look so good. Amanda can tell you. I don't know if anybody else is experiencing this and wants to say, but my engagement, I know Amanda said the same thing, ever since posting like the really crisp looking AI shit and then the Canva, sexy Canva templates, like people are reaching out a lot more. People are drawn to that. It's aesthetically pleasing. It's fun to watch. I look forward to watching stuff that looks like that versus stuff that doesn't, you know? So, okay. All right, guys. Well, this was great. Thank you for hopping on, and we'll see you next week and in the chats. Okay, love y'all. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.